when I saw that, wow.
And I die over that rainbow jumpsuit.
How is it that we try to do the most when we're under time constraint?
Yes, what Wendy said.
And the winner is... Welcome to the season 2 finale of Next Top Upcycler. I'm your host, Angelina of Blueprint DIY, where I teach you how to remake your clothes to be just as unique as you are. But this show is all about you. Upcyclers from all over the world. Season 1 was epic, but this season is definitely gonna take it up a notch. 9 contestants worldwide have 7 days to transform old menswear pieces into unique garments for themselves. The final garment has to be at least 75% from men's dress wear or men's business wear. Before the start of the competition, the contestants were only able to gather their used menswear and sketch their ideas. Each week, you'll watch one contestant try to create the best menswear upcycle, and then you get to vote for your favorite. But this season, we have a twist. Your votes will narrow it down to the top 2 contestants, and then the winner will be crowned by our YouTube celebrity judges, with Wendy, the DIY designer, and Just Dang.
Thank you guys so much for joining me for the season finale of season 2 of Next Top Upcycler. I am beyond honored to see you here. And my viewers always, say, collaborate with this person. So I know they're geeking out, like completely geeking out to see all of you guys in one room. So thank you so much.
I think we're each geeking out too. So.
Yes, it's totally our pleasure as well. We're like, thank you, Angelina, for bringing us together.
Yes. My name is Orly Shani. I'm a DIY expert, mainly in fashion, but I also dabble in home a little bit too. And I'm just super obsessed with one-of-a-kind style. And really, I feel like style is a language. It's like a form of nonverbal communication. And it says so much about who we are. And so DIY to me is like the most perfect tool to speak that language really clearly. It's just such a great asset. And so I've grown up self-taught, grew up, sewing, had a clothing line as a kid when I was in high school, and have just always kind of done this. And then ended up with a career on TV. So I ended up having my own show on E! And on Hallmark Channel and doing all sorts of like DIY fashion content, but on television. And so then that became like a hosting situation. But I started my YouTube channel a few years ago, really because my voice wasn't really accurate on TV. It had to fit into the bubble of whatever network I was on. And so I wanted a place to be myself and act like myself and do DIYs that were an expression of that. That's called The DIY Designer, is my YouTube channel, and it's super fun. I took a break for about a month, which was very scary and crazy, but I'm coming back in February, which is exciting. And if I had to pick a favorite DIY, I made this plaid jacket. It was a men's huge oversized jacket that I adjusted the length of the sleeves on and shredded the hem and added a ton of crystals to the shoulder. And it's one of my favorite pieces because I wear it so much. I can throw it on over anything, jeans and a t-shirt. It's like a statement, but it feels like pajamas. So I forget that I'm wearing it. I think that's probably my favorite because it's just been such a big part of my wardrobe. I wear it all the time.
Well, my name is Wendy. I have a YouTube channel called With Wendy. It has the word DIY in it because back when I made it, I was like, I just want to be on YouTube, but I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. And the only somewhat skill I had at the time was that I could sew. And so I just started making things, filming it, putting it together. And at first I felt like I was so disadvantaged in this space because I've never had any formal training in fashion design or sewing. It's just like what my mom and Google have melded together to teach me. But then over the years, that kind of became like the fun of it. And I totally agree with so many things Orly said about how DIY is just such a expression of yourself. You really take for granted how much when you go to a store, they're kind of like serving you what you should wear. And when you DIY, you get to really put your own personal flair on it. On top of that, you get to like embrace your own body a little bit better because you can actually make it fit for you instead of kind of the stock bodies that they've made up. For all those reasons, I've grown to love sewing more and more. Favorite DIY. I really resonate with what Orly said, that you find out it's your favorite because you just keep wearing it over and over. So I resonate with that so much. I thrifted a blanket, then like added all this interfacing to make it sturdier. And we turned a blanket into a like Chanel style jacket and skirt. So it's just like such a high level of feelings of achievement and accomplishment. And I'm like still blown away how much sewing I've done to reach where I am now and like how much I've learned along the way. It's been a very fun ride on YouTube.
My name is Jess. My channel is Jess Dang. and I'm from Vietnam but currently living in Thailand, Bangkok. I'm pretty new to YouTube channel. Basically, I started my YouTube channels in interior design, like because I have a huge like renovation for my apartments. Then after that, it's just kind of like when you're actually doing something on yours and you want to keep doing it. And sewing is one of my hobbies since I was a kid. So I started remaking some of my old clothes. And my first video on YouTube basically got a lot of good comment, and it's given me a huge motivation to keep moving on. My most favorite DIY, I can say, is the denim patchwork jacket. This is my favorite because it took me like 2 weeks to finish.
And before we go on, I wanted to say that Matilda, she just got married. Like she just got married.
Oh, yeah.
And so she was trying to make it work to do this. She's on her honeymoon currently. And she was trying to make it work. And I'm just like, you know, I think if it hasn't taught us anything else, it's taught us to cherish those that we love and make the most of the moment. So I told her, I said, don't, like, we appreciate it. Like we really do. So I wanted to let everybody know that, like, you know, she didn't ghost us. She's on her honeymoon and we wish her all of the best.
So understandable.
Yeah. Now that you guys have introduced yourself, what do you think about this season?
I think the theme men's fashion was genius, because that's something I see all the time when I go to the thrift store. It's just such a good blank slate to start with, because the fabric itself, it's like as if the fabric you would just buy at the store, in a sense.
I think it's one of other reasons men clothes is better for like upcycling, because it's so big. Like you have a lot of material to work with.
Yeah, I just thought it was really cool how each person had such a unique vision for what they wanted to create. Like just seeing the variety in materials, and some pieces had sentimental value, like the girl who used her great grandfather's suit. Like I just know that I would be so frozen when I took out my scissors, like I give her such props for freaking going for it, because what she made was so cool. And now she has a piece of him with her forever that she normally wouldn't have. So I think really seeing all of the different materials and how some of them just kind of went for it. Some had really specific sketches. You know, I mean, I die over that rainbow jumpsuit. Like I want to stalk her, find her, raid her house and steal it. Like incredible. So I think a lot, you know, just there was very, very cool to see all the different creative minds and how they take the same challenge and run with it. It was really cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, just when you think you've seen it all, people always surprise you with more amazing creations.
All the contestants really creative. Like even like some of them don't really have like or just started the fashion design school, but they really creative in the way they can come up with a catch. I mean, like I couldn't draw like that, so honestly my drawing not that good. they mean like draw and they come up with a lot of like detail idea. Like Isha in India, she started with a great idea for the waving patchwork. When I saw that, wow, because that one requires a lot of work, like a lot, and you have to like connect a lot of like pieces together. And it came up like they so creative.
Did you guys see the one with the ties that she did, like the little stitches individually to gather the ties?
Oh my gosh. I felt like secondhand exhaustion.
Yes. What Wendy said. I literally felt like I was like, I need to quit for the day. Like I didn't do anything, and I was so overwhelmed looking at what she did. And the fact that she didn't give up after she had to like take it apart twice. I was like, oh, damn.
I also was in awe of the ocean like pattern with the skirt. That was also like seeing go through the machine. I also felt a lot of like, oh, I've been there, where it's just like I'm like sewing blind. I have no idea how this is passing through the machine anymore.
Yeah, this set of contestants, they are just, I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting, but each one, I was just like, I never would have thought of that. I'm completely awed by what they were creating.
And if you've been through this whole season and you still haven't subscribed, definitely hit that subscribe button. This is just season 2. And when we're not doing Next Top Upcycler, I have video on video upcycles that you can watch and that you can try to do yourself if you want, or just be entertained by me. So hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you don't miss a thing.
So for anybody that is wanting to get into upcycling and is just terrified, I think what I would suggest is start with the cheapest possible clothing you can find. Really get to know your thrift stores in your area, the days that they have those crazy sales, and grab a lot. That is exactly how I learned, because I had no fear of messing anything up. If I cut into it and I ruined it, cost me $1, that's fine. I learned the lesson and it was worth the $1. And don't get overwhelmed with the things that you don't know how to do. When I first started, I was very, very limited on what I was comfortable sewing. So I relied on fabric glue for so much stuff. But what it did is it did teach me a lot about construction, because mentally I could see, okay, if I glue this to this, I get what that's like. Once I started understanding how clothing came together without the need to overwhelm myself with sewing and just focus on that, that was like that building block for me. And then I was able to say like, okay, well, now I just have to sew those two things together. So don't get overwhelmed with the sewing part. Rely on things like fabric glue and safety pins and hand stitching and all of that stuff, so you can get an understanding of the way that things are made first.
My advice is, if you find the whole shopping experience way too much, tell yourself something like, today I'm only going to look at t-shirts, or like, today I'm only going to look at jackets. And that kind of focuses your creativity. I know we always feel like we want to like create with no boundaries and be limitless, but sometimes when you concentrate on one thing, it's the squeeze that really makes the creative juice actually flow. Set up a few boundaries if you need them. And as you get more comfortable, you can loosen them and explore more, and you'll find yourself enjoying the process more, because there's like a concentrated approach, just one step at a time.
My advice, I think, let's start with something is similar to what you want to make. So you know what you want to make, like you want to make a top, you want to make a pen. So find something similar that you can easily like upcycle first. Because when it's like you have enough material on that clothes, so you can easily turn it into the clothes that you want to. And the simple way like that, the step by step. So start with maybe a t-shirt, a men's shirt, to like a skirt, a crop top. So it's really easy for you to do. And the thing is, like when you cut that kind of like t-shirt or men's shirt, you will find a way that, I can add a little bit more of this, or I can add a little bit more of the others. And by step like that, you will come up with the design that you want. And then you can move on to the like a little more complicated design. And I think it's a good way to start.
If you're listening and you're watching and you want to start upcycling, these are absolutely amazing tips from the experts. So yes, we were all newbies at one point.
Yes, and anytime you get stuck, just watch Next Top Upcycler to remotivate yourself.
Any of our channels, watch somebody else almost fail and you,
As you guys know, this season has been full of surprises, and I gave you guys the menswear challenge this time, and some of you took it on. I was super excited to see you hashtag Next Top Upcycler, and here are some of my favorites. come to that time. You guys voted, and it's time to announce the top 2 contestants. There were well over 10,000 votes. Now, some of you guys overvoted, but it was no worries because I took care of that. There was no way for me to like limit the voting on your side, but I could limit the voting on my side. So I went through very carefully and did that. And the top 2 are Irene from Spain and Fer from Bolivia.
Congratulations!
So now we can talk about their upcycle. So Irene is the one who took 3 men's blazers and she did that amazing asymmetrical with the puff sleeve. And she's in Belgium right now.
Winter dress.
Yes, she's in Belgium right now. She was very limited on her time because she had to go to school to sew. And she was worried about finishing. But then in addition to that, she made a tote bag that's convertible to a backpack. And the most amazing sewing, I don't even know what to call it, like a sewing apron that I've ever seen. Yeah. I was just like, I need that.
How is it that we try to do the most when we're under time constraint? It doesn't make any sense.
Of course.
And it always happens, like always. Yeah, so that's what she created. And then Fer, she created the asymmetrical, they're both asymmetrical. Hers was from men's pants and men's dress shirts. And it had that really cool like cutout, V cutout on the front with the straps and kind of the flowy bottom. And she also thought she wasn't going to have enough time, but then with the scraps, she created this triangular shaped purse. And I think that they both are just amazing designers. What do you guys think about each look?
I love that both of them did the mix of the prints, the mix of like a solid and then different textures of solid. So some had different sheen or different weight to them. And so I thought, and I feel like that's can be really hard because sometimes you don't know how that's going to work when it comes together, the different weighted materials. Does one pull the other one down? And so I think the fact that both pieces have really great flow and really great fit and volume where they intended it and not where they didn't is really, really impressive. And I love both of the prints that they chose. I think that asymmetric detail on the top of the dress is really cool. It's like a bib detail and it's just quirky enough that you do a double take, which I think is really awesome. For like the suit dress, I'm just endlessly impressed with that technical skill and the ability to create those sleeves. Like that gives me anxiety to do something like that, to create the like that. I'm like, oh, to look at, like, I think that is amazing. And the backpack, I just think, I don't know if we're supposed to like really cast our vote yet or just share our thoughts, but to me, both elements of those are amazing. And the tailored suit is like, is next level in skill set.
Yeah.
I think they both did a really great job of straddling the line of like, if you look closely, you'll realize it's menswear made, but it doesn't like scream menswear, just like right in between. And we love those types of stories where it's like, oh, that's a cool dress, it has pockets, like just like you being able to be like, oh, like that's a neat dress, and it's like, oh, it was made from a blazer. Like being able to kind of like throw that little story into your clothing is so exciting. And both of them, I think, gave that opportunity without someone looking at it and being like, that's obviously made from such and such item. Definitely give props to both of these creators. Just the mixed materials especially, it's just so enjoyable. It's eye-catching, like well-balanced, and like interesting shapes and curves.
Yeah, I'm quite as like impressed with both because like Eden's, her winter dress is really cool in terms of the way she mix and match with the colors. Like, I love that matchings. It's really cool, and especially for the pursley. Because like Ollie said that sometimes when we work with a different material, when we already have, we don't really know how it's come out, especially the two different material. But the way she come with the pursley is so good. It's really stand out for the whole dress. And then beside that, she also make like a handbag and also can become like a backpack. It's really cool because she tried to use all the materials she have. And for Fer, I could picturing myself wearing that dress because I'm really living in Asia. So that dress is kind of like dress I can wear every day, especially like here in Thailand. it's sunny, it's hot on the town. So it's just perfect. When I saw the design, when she wear it, it's kind of like a V, like a cut like this. Wow, she must really have like, kind of like a designer mindset to come up with that idea. It's not an event. Like I will never come with that idea. I just go straight like that. Then the other part that she mixed two material together at the bottom of the dress is a little like rufflings, like perfect at the end. It's cool because it's blank in the middle, and then it's like gathering fabric at two sides in the material difference. That's why it's really cool. So it's hard.
I know we have a hard job. We have a really hard job because both Irene and Fer are just absolutely amazing upcyclers, amazing designers, and you both just like really struck a nerve with that asymmetry that was just doing everything. It was just so interesting, both so interesting, and just doing everything right. So I congratulate both of you so much for just doing an amazing job. So we are going to deliberate. While we deliberate, then you guys can hear me talk about the prizes.
All right, so I know you guys are wondering, other than the Flexi Spot table, what are the prizes? Like last time, we have $800 worth of a prize package. But because our contestants are from all over the world, I haven't really talked about the prizes because I'm really going to kind of collaborate with whoever the winner is to see what they need. They may already have a serger. They may already have some of these goodies. So I thought that this time we could cater the prize to the contestant. I'll keep you guys updated with that as I talk to the winner and find out what they need. Of course, they will be getting the Flexi Spot Cano Pro bamboo standing desk. You guys can see here, I rearranged my sewing room to better display and better use this table. Talking about Flexi Spot, it is flexible and I can use it in my room in so many different ways. I have just the ultimate mobility now and I'm super grateful for it, and the winner will be as well.
So I don't know, I feel like Orly's leaning one way and I'm quite torn because I feel like I've been leaning another way.
No, I'm literally sitting here going up and down like, damn it. I don't even know what the barometer is really, like how do you ultimately decide? And so it's like, if I think about saleability, one definitely pops up in my mind, and like versus like what would I personally love to wear? But it's like so I don't know if that's gonna be the
It's hard.
I know we have a hard job. We have a really hard job. So I think we made our decision. Is everybody good with it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the winner is
Fer. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, you're the first one here.
Yes. Where's everybody?
I don't know. I do have a little bit of a confession to make. Nobody else is coming because you are the next top upcycler.
Gracias.
De nada, a million de nadas. I'm sorry for tricking you. Sorry, not sorry. You're the next top upcycler.
I'm sorry. Oh my gosh.
It's okay. I knew you were gonna cry. You told me early on you're a crier, so.
Yes, you're not telling me I'm a crier. Oh my god. Life changing, I swear. It doesn't. maybe people don't think that it's that much, but I assure you, it's life-changing, I swear.
How do you feel?
Thankful. Really, I feel so thankful because I know that first that means that all these amazing people that watched my episode and all the ones that love me voted and did their homework, and that's a lot to begin with. But then also that the judges actually decided on me. That's amazing. And of course, the biggest thanks goes to you, because I told you it's incredible what you do, sharing your community with us. Like, it's so validating, and at the same time, it's this, you feel like you're not even worthy. I don't know, but I'm so thankful. Every single little word of encouragement has been amazing, and you're our biggest cheerleader. I'm so thankful, and I'm happy and proud.
I'm so incredibly proud of you. You fulfilled the motto of this channel. You were afraid and you did it anyway. And not that Irene wasn't, but I know that we specifically talked about imposter syndrome and, not listening to the mean voices in your head that was in your episode. And you went past yourself. You pushed yourself past yourself, and you arrived here. Like, who would have thought at the beginning that, when you first submitted your application to all the way here, that you would be here?
Not me. So thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my God.
Yes, you are next top upcycler, and I'll see you later.
See you. Thank you.
Bye. Congratulations. So, do you guys have any message that you want to say to Fer, to the winner, to our next top upcycler?
Fer, I want to say to you to trust your gut. You are very talented. You have a great eye, and I think you have a real understanding of what the world is looking for right now, and trust that not everybody has that. So the fact that you have that is a real asset that you should really let yourself settle into and be really confident in. And this is a huge deal that you won this. This is a really, really big deal. The competition was very tough. And so I really hope that you allow this to boost your confidence and push you to the next level, because I think it's only amazing things we're going to see from you. And selfishly, I want to see more. Congratulations.
Firstly, congratulations, Fer. You are the next top cyclist. And I just want to say one thing, that when it comes to upcycling, don't really care too much about on the fashion trends on the world currently on, or what other people want to see. Just care more about what you want to wear, because that you are making the clothes that you wear, not for other people. So care more about your feeling, what you want to do with that upcycling, and just follow with your feeling that you want to do. Even sometimes people will say that, oh, that one is out of date. This one is not on the trend, but it doesn't matter because it's your clothes. So you're gonna wear it. So just embrace yourself on that.
My advice would be keep putting pockets into your outfits. Always love that. And I think there's an element of fashion and DIY and upcycling that feels like you're creating something that other people will see. But I just wanted to take note and celebrate just the joy you had in your own creation. That pockets, for example, is one of those things that you as the wearer get to personally enjoy. Spinning, having the ruffles move around, that's for you. And I hope that with whatever you make in the future, you continue to find those moments to celebrate and do something just for you. Don't be all stressed trying to do it for, the other people. Keep in mind the joy and celebration of your own accomplishments and your own learning and your own achievements.
Aiden, I just want to say that I really love your upcycling. It's really cool. It's amazing. And I think that's with everything you're trying to learn at the school, and based on what you get, I think it's the great fix for the like designer industry, especially in Europe in general. Yeah, it's gonna be great. You fixed so well with it. So keep going.
Oh my gosh, we are ending. I know some of you guys said that you watch this while you're sewing every Saturday morning, and I'm just so grateful for you guys. Thank you guys so much for making season 2 a blast and a complete success. And of course, congratulations to the winner, but also I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to everybody who's been sharing this, not only on your socials, but word of mouth. Thank you so much. And I want to say a great big thank you to our judges. I'm just so honored to get them all here on one channel. And I want to say an amazingly big thank you to our editors. You guys see that the editing is fire. I have 2 amazing editors, Victoria and Marissa, and you guys, just from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you so much for making this season even better than last season. And if you want to see Next Top Upcycler continue for a 3rd season, definitely share this season. We need to get these views up. I want to get on a network like Netflix or some type of streaming platform just to make this bigger so that more people can watch. But either way, we're not going anywhere. So yeah, definitely share this with everyone that you know, and I greatly appreciate it. All right, I have other videos for you guys to watch right here. Definitely check those out, and I will see you in the next one. All right, bye.